post. Share this post, share this post, share this post. Let's talk really quickly, not too long today. It's going to be about 5 minutes. But I need to talk to some of you all who are in business, because I believe there are some things that you need to know. And I'm going to just break it down really, really quickly. I'm going to wait on a couple more people to get on because I know I didn't really plan. So if you guys, this is your first time viewing me, comment, let me know who you are, where you're dialing in from. I'm based in Chicago, but I do know that I have people outside all over the United States. So it may be morning where you are, it may be evening where you are, but my chime that I always say is good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. So Patrice Stewart here with the Tax Credit Academy. If you are new and unfamiliar with me, I am your tax and business strategist. And today I am jumping on to let you know a disadvantage of people who have single member LLCs. And so, because I'm not doing a formal live, I'm just going to go ahead and roll out. If you do catch this video, if you're watching the replay, let me know that you're watching the replay. If you're catching it live, let me know that you're watching it live. And so what I wanted to say was, for those of you who have set up LLCs, right? Everyone is always like, set up an LLC, set up an LLC, set up an LLC. But what people don't talk about are the tax advantages. The whole point of you outside of making money, the whole point of you starting your business outside of making money is also to save as much as possible, or to be able to write off as much as possible as a business, right? One of the greatest things that we have in living in America is, if you decide to do something on the side outside of your regular 9-to-5, you can create a business. A business in the United States has the biggest tax advantages, has the biggest loopholes, has the biggest asset savings protection. So you have to kind of learn that. And one of the things that the reason why I get on here and who I am is because I'm here to boost your mindset. I'm here to empower you, make you think a little bit outside of the box, because many of us in our communities are not taught finance, money management, business education. Many of us are first time generation business owners. So you maybe didn't have someone that can tell you, what you should be doing to save more money in your business. So that is why I am here. That is why I created the Tax Credit Academy, to empower and, let you know this kind of information so that you are saving properly in your business and also saving for the future. Because one of the things that I really come across with business owners are, people are working and making money, but a lot of people do not save. A lot of people do not have that asset protection. A lot of people aren't seeing the money in their business. So this is part of the reason why. Many of you are always, like I said, I see people all day, set up an LLC, set up an LLC, set up an LLC. If you are a single member LLC, and it is not more than one, if it's not two or more people, a single member LLC really is a disadvantage to you for tax purposes. Because if you are a single member LLC, you have to file your taxes on a Schedule C. You have to file your taxes on your personal income when you are a single member LLC. Once you have two or more members, then you can actually file as a corporation. You'll file on a Form 1120, which is the same form that we file corporate taxes on, right? But also LLC owners and members, because when you're an LLC owner, you're a member. It's not the same as when you are a corporation. You have your CEO and your breakdown and your Secretary of State and all of that. So Bridget, that's a good question. That's part of the reason why I'm on here. I'll answer that at the end of the month. I'm not at the end of the month. At the end of this video, I'm actually hosting a class tomorrow to break down LLC versus S Corp versus corporation. So we'll get to that. That's the question that's not for everybody, but that's why I'm on here. Is to break that down, because many of you start an LLC, and if you're in business by yourself, you're going to have to file that income on your personal tax return. When you file your personal tax return, you're filing that on a Schedule C form. A Schedule C form, you are taxed between 30 to 35%. Most people pay about 33% of the income on a Schedule C tax return. Now, if you are an LLC, the whole reason why you set this business up and you're separating yourself from your business is also to be able to take advantage of the business write-offs, the business expenses that come along with you having a business. If you're going to just put everything on a personal tax return, that's not doing you any justice. So, you setting up, and this is the reason again why many people say consult with someone, not necessarily an attorney. They'll say consult with your accountant or consult with your attorney, because that way we are able to explain things to you. So like my tax clients love to do stuff and then come to me after the fact. And I'm like, why didn't you call me before you did this? Because now it's tax time and now it's nothing I could do about it because you're already set up this way. So again, I'm on here in December 2020 so that way you can be prepared for 2021 and set it up properly. So if you have a single member LLC, I am hosting a workshop tomorrow. I'm hosting it at 2 different times. So if you're interested, click I'm in, and then I will send you the link at some point today to register. I'm still kind of setting it up because I just decided to do this at the top of my head out the window because I had a client come to me and is going to pay so much in taxes because they are a single member LLC and didn't understand the tax advantages or disadvantages of that. And so for me, the whole point again is to educate you properly. So you need to know what an LLC is, what a single member LLC means versus a multi-member LLC. What's a corporation? What is the advantages of having an S Corp status? A lot of you all think S Corporation is a corporation on its own, and it's not. All you're doing with an S Corp is you are asking the IRS, well, the federal government, to allow you to be able to have your business income filtered through your personal tax return. Now, why are so many people talking about S Corp? Because back in 2017, Donald Trump changed the tax laws. Corporate taxes used to be 35%. Now they are 21%. So that is a 14% difference of what you're paying. So for the last 3 years, you have seen people saying, do a S Corp, do a LLC, do this, do that, and not really explain to you kind of why. Well, that is the reason why everyone is talking about S Corp, S Corp, S Corp. Because right now, an S Corporation, you're paying the lowest in taxes if you are a business owner. Now, can you attach an S Corporation to an LLC? Yes, you can. Okay, that's the most that I would say on here. But tomorrow I am doing a full hour course. I'm offering 2 separate time frames. So I think one time is like 1 to 3, and then it will be an evening course like 5 to 6. So if you're interested, again, put I'm in and I will put the link in, and then that way, and the class is only $35 because I told y'all the month of December, every class that I'm doing and offering will be no more than $25 to $50. The class is $35 tomorrow. It's going to be 2 different times frame. But if you are thinking about starting a business, or you already have a business and you are a single member LLC, you need to be in this class, and you need to understand the difference and why and what made you just jump into that. If you just went to somebody who was like, oh, I could file your paperwork, and didn't talk to you about the tax differences, the benefits, which they're not, because if you're dealing with a paperwork processor, they're not going to talk to you about this. That's the advantages of talking to an actual professional who's an accountant, a tax person, a lawyer, and an attorney who does this every day, all day, because we understand the tax benefits. Again, y'all, I always say this. The easiest part of having a business is your paperwork. The paperwork is the easiest part. What you need to be doing right now and thinking about is the expenses, the business taxes, the savings, the write-offs of having a business. It's so much bigger. for business in the financial realm of it. And that's the other thing. We don't talk about that enough in business. Are you financially prepared? Are you financially setting yourself up? Are you saving? Especially for those of you who are self-employed. And right now you don't have a 9-to-5 or a W-2 job with that other income. It's so many things that you can be setting up for yourself and also taking advantage of. Other thing I wanted to talk about was if you are utilizing your house. If many of you have your home office, are you taking advantage of that home office deduction on your taxes? Because there is a whole area for businesses that have, for those of you who have businesses and you're based out of your home, you could be writing off a portion of your rent or your mortgage every single month. You could be writing off a portion of your utility bills, your water, your light, your gas, your heat. If you are working out of your house, that is a business expense. That is a business write-off. But you are losing and giving the government thousands of dollars every year because you are not focused on the finances, the numbers, the savings, the asset protection. That's also a part of business. Business is business. You know what I mean? You got a product you could sell. That's the easy part. What makes business harder for people and why most businesses, a lot of brown businesses don't sustain is because this is what we don't talk about, the finance.